life. So, piggybacking off my video yesterday about God's religion, power, I spend a lot of time thinking about the meaning of life. Now, I consider myself pretty lucky in that because of my, let's call it faith of one, where it's just kind of like my own beliefs that don't really align with anyone else's. The meaning of life for me is pretty simple. It's that everyone has to find their own meaning. And for me in particular, that's one of two things. The first is based on my kind of academic background. It's the biological meaning of life. Like this is what scientifically life is all about. Life is about passing on your genes to the next generation. Essentially, making sure that you have offspring. And I think, you know what, that makes sense in a purely biological way. Every person is a pattern. Every person is unique, at least on the genetic level. And so, passing on that pattern so that persists into the future, yeah, that makes sense, right? There's actually this concept in biology that it's not that humans make eggs and sperm. It's that eggs and sperm make humans. Humans are the vessel through which eggs and sperm kind of reproduce. Like, that would mean that you, as a person, are really just the mode for two tiny cells to really get it going on. And I think that's just a fascinating perspective, because it also, in a biological sense, makes a lot of sense. So yeah, to me, I'd say that's like one of the meanings of life. And again, my actual perspective on the meaning of life is that everyone must find their own meaning. There's no like heavenly directive. There's no fate. There's no kind of overarching divine plan. And so that's one of the ways that I have found for myself, is the biological perspective. The second is more personal, and it's really that I just want to help people, or help things that aren't people, such as fish or animals. I've got a real soft spot for life. When I mean life, I mean like pretty much every living being. One of the ways that I realized this is that I went on a double date about a decade ago. And it was me and my partner at the time, and another couple whom my partner was best friends with. And we went to the beach and we were hanging out, and out of nowhere, I see the other guy, the boyfriend of my friend's friend. He's picking up mussels, like shellfish, off the beach, and he's fucking prying them open, killing them. I'm like, why the fuck are you doing that? And he's like, oh, it doesn't even matter, bro. Like, check. And he did a fucking can. He's like, look at the inside. And he shoved it at me so I could look. And his girlfriend was like, oh, that's so funny. Do it again. I was like, what the fuck are these psychos doing? For me, like, I don't even kill bugs. Like to me, I feel like a murderer if I kill a bug. I can't remember the last time. Mosquitoes are free. Mosquitoes are free. I'll kill mosquitoes. That's it. You know what? They came to the wrong hood. That's all I'll say. They tangled with the wrong guy. If they didn't want smoke, they wouldn't have entered my room and tried to bite me. Me and mosquitoes have a really bad rep. Yeah. For some reason, every time I go camping, it's me who gets bit and no one else around me gets bit. I reckon it's that rare blood that I've got, that 1 in 100,000. Anyways, with the exception of mosquitoes, which I admit is a bit of a flaw in my life philosophy, I don't like killing things. I can't remember the last time I killed something on purpose, with the exception of mosquitoes. So I don't think I've ever squished an ant on purpose. I don't think I've ever swatted like a bee or a wasp on purpose. Certainly never hurt a larger animal like a bird or a fish or a dog. And yeah, even people. Like, I don't like hurting people, whether that be physical or emotional or what. I prefer to help them. I really do enjoy helping things. Put out some water for the bees. Throw some unsalted peanuts to the crows. And yeah, just helping people too. Again, tying back to yesterday's talk. I've always found it kind of interesting why I feel this urge to help. In biology, oh God, what's the term? Oh no, I've forgotten the word. What's the word? Oh wow, what is that word? Well, I've forgotten that word, so I can't actually tell you about that. That sucks. It's like in biology, you actually have genes that code for not quite kindness, but like when you do something for someone else without expecting something back. Altruism! Yeah! I remember the word. Let's go. Yeah, altruism. It's actually encoded in your DNA. It's really quite fascinating. So, kindness to some extent is also coded in your genes. It also makes a bit of sense if you put it like this. Altruism raises the chance of survival of other people with altruism. So if you have kids and you're altruistic, like you're gonna take, if you have kids, biologically, you're gonna take care of your kids because it's your offspring. It's your DNA, it's your pattern, you wanna preserve that into future generations. It makes sense for you to be selfish and take care of it. However, if a family member of yours or a close relative or friend has the altruistic gene, they're more likely to help you raise your offspring, which means that their fitness, their survival fitness increases, and they're more likely to go on and reproduce and pass on their altruistic gene. And so it kind of goes that as you get more and more people who are altruistic in one spot, their fitness all increases collectively. So yes, altruism is coded in your DNA, which is simply fascinating to me. This really gets into the whole nature versus nurture debate. If you don't know that, that's kind of like, hey, what defines a personality? What causes someone to develop in a certain way? Is it their DNA, which is nature, or is it the way that they're brought up, which is nurture? And let's make this turn. Steer that guy down so he doesn't speed into me. Yeah. Anyways, but altruism is encoded in your DNA, and when I think about my mom, when I think about my grandmom on my mom's side, and my grandpa on my mom's side, they're so generous. To excess, I would say. To the point of low-key insanity, I'm not gonna lie. I go like, you guys are giving too much. If you've ever heard of the rainbow fish, the fish, like it's a children's book, it's a fish that gives away all his rainbow scales. That would be my mom and my grandmom and my my mom's dad. Now on my dad's side, maybe a bit less. A sane amount of it, not an insane amount. Yeah, pretty interesting, but kind of makes you wonder if it runs in my family. My sister's certainly very altruistic. Maybe I am too. Anyways, that's all I have time for today. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.